just drop 30-plus points.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Gasol. And it's Lee in for Derrick Rose. Lets it go from 11. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland the other way now. Here's Simmons. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Anderson kicks to Dallenberg, and the layup's good off the glass.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And talking about Eric Bledsoe, he took on a lot more responsibility last season, Greg, especially after the trades in Phoenix. He became the main focal point of their offense.
And you know what? It was his first year of kind of being the man. Signed a big contract coming into the season, and now there's a responsibility that goes with being the go-to guy. Eric has the talent to shine, though, in that role.
Howard, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Memphis. Korver comes in for Trevor Ariza. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Cleveland. Patrick Beverly comes in for Eric Bledsoe.
Cavaliers ball.
Korver against Anderson. Here's the teardrop. Excellent D from Howard. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Higgins with the block. Anderson against Korver. It's Anderson with the drive. Here's Aldrich, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to be on Kyle Korver. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
And guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands, always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping, and he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
And for Lillard, he keeps the ball moving, as Greg was talking about, and Clark, he keeps his teammates involved.
Very proficient in the pick and roll, understands the nuances of looking at weak side defenders and getting to the free throw lane for the roll man. He knows all the tricks to make that pick and roll really successful.
There's a good screen. Here's Beverly. It's rebounded by Memphis. Lillard's got his third rebound tonight. Howard setting the pick for Lillard. That's good from Howard on the assist by Lillard. 16 points for Dwight Howard.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Right block shot. A shot's good from Aldrich.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Portis is checked in. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
And Lillard kicks to Lee. Mozgov passes to Howard. Howard draws the double. Right through the D for the layup. Howard's got 8 here in the quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Now the feed to Aldrich. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And the basket by Lillard.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Wiggins. Korver with the defensive effort.
All right, fans, let's get up. Let's get loud.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Here is Rose. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter.
And you know, the new court projection visuals, all the rage in the NBA now. Instead of having to use a screen over the court, they just project video and images straight onto the court. I think before long, you'll see it everywhere.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Stolen by Bledsoe. Looking to end his cold spell. Here's Portis, and it's sent back by Bogut. And it's Rose penetrating.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. He has 9 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now. And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas. Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
And those court projections you see in the pregame, we don't even have the best angle for them. They're so good.
Yeah, nice perk for those sitting a little higher up on those or those watching TV. It's about putting on a show and, at the end of the day, entertaining the fans.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
And the Grizzlies leading by 20. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Beverly's got 5 points in the quarter.
And those mid-season trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
Here's Marjanovic. Count it from 12.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound, and once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Mozgov a screen on Bledsoe. Rose, that's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 17.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they played best mid-season. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Howard's checked in for Bogut. Gasol comes in for Mozgov. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Green. And Lillard kicks to Rose. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injuries. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Lillard outside. From outside, off the mark.
And, you know, back to D-Rose. He grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's South Side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity.
5 to shoot. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. The shot no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 15. Lillard dishes to Rose. Gasol setting the pick for Rose. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Rose with the block.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Simmons is checked in, and it's Ariza in the corner. Howard drives in. High quality look, and he sinks it. Howard's got 20 points.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
And another miss by Cleveland.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Lillard against Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. A 3-ball, and that one's good.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Memphis leading by 14. Lillard attacking. He is hauled in by Beverly. Beverly's got 3 rebounds now in this one. The dish to Wiggins. Fires at the elbow. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Simmons. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Grizzlies.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And when you play a team twice like these two will this season, always nice to win the first one as they'll go up 1-0 in the season series against the Cavaliers.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Howard. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Here's Beverly. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Ariza. It's off. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Even.
Well, Mark, it certainly seemed like you guys came out early on with a mindset to seize control of this game. Was that your plan?
Yes, and we started out that way, and, that was limped away a little bit. But, we're learning, we're getting better, and, just a process.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight Howard.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Well, when Dwight uses his physical presence and athleticism to the max, he's nearly impossible to stop. He's got the body of a center, but the hops of a swing man. Just got to put it all together now.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.